So this is ULTEM printing at 340 degrees. I'm going for, I think, 120 on the bed, which is just a random guess. So we'll do this. I had some popping just a second ago. It seems to be printing fine, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm basically just printing a cylinder in base mode. I've got the fans on because the fan holders are made from PLA and they're like 5 millimeters, maybe at times 2 millimeters from the print head. So I'm just trying to keep that controlled. I think I'm printing at 10 millimeters per second. So seems to be doing fine. I do have the cooling fans on to help keep the whole system cooled down, just so none of the PLA melts, but let's see what happens. Okay, so it's printing the second layer of the bottom. It seems it's delaminating quite significantly. I'm printing it at 340 degrees centigrade, so maybe that's not enough. I also have some popping, little smoke puffs coming out the nozzle. So it's basically going into spiral base mode now. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. The bed temperature is still rising. It's now 90 degrees. And I'm going for 120. Oops, there's something going on. Yeah, it's totally delaminating. I think I'm gonna have to stop it, or anytime soon anyway. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is what came out. It's basically completely delaminating and coming apart. It does, however, appear to stick to the bit, okay, which is a positive. Yeah, it's stuck. I'm printing on 3D Systems what's it called? Cube stick, I think, some kind of glue. I'll just find a tool to pry that off. Here it goes. Oops. Okay, so it sticks pretty good to the cube stick. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So that was my first ever ULTEM print. Even it's delaminating. Let's try it at 370 degrees next time. Okay, so in Simplify I have removed both temperature controllers, and I'm going for a manual temperature. 120 on the bed, 370 degrees on the print head. We're heating up now, and I must say that I expect that blue PLA to melt a little bit. I can live with that. The temperature is now 370 degrees, so I'm going to start printing. I should have all my element printed fans on, which will enable in a second. Clean this out. It's soft. Alright, so we're homing the print bed. And let's see what happens. So the temperature is now 120 on the print bed and 370 on the print head. This is obviously an E3D version 6 with Volcano hot end. It's a 0.6 degrees nozzle, 0.6 millimeter nozzle that I'm printing with here. And we have home to the hot end. hope the fans will go on soon. Just hope they will help it to not melt the whole machine. So let's see what happens here. I hear some cracking noises. So I'm basically just printing a cylinder in base mode. So the first layer of the bat looks reasonable. I'm not sure what speed this is. It looks like 20 millimeters per second. Maybe actually I should have the fans off to help layer adhesion. In my previous test, the filament to bed attachment was pretty good. So I'm counting on that not really being a problem. So that was 2 layers of getting the extruder ready. I do expect the sky blue PLA to melt just because the head is so hot and relatively close. So I'm prepared for that. It won't freak me out. Let's see if we can get a peek at what's going on in here. So far, as expected, the layer adhesion seems to be good. I think through this 0.6 millimeter nozzle, I'm actually extruding 2.4 millimeters of filament, so I'm over extruding quite significantly. Just because that's how I had my slices set up already, so maybe I should have looked into that. I'll do that next time. So the bed is at 116 degrees centigrade and the print head is at 370 degrees centigrade. Is it wobbling? No, it feels firm. So it's not coming apart yet. But there is some strange boiling type sounds. The whole thing smells like burnt PLA, so that's no surprise. I guess I should print, I call this part that holds the fan, I call that the fan spider. I guess that should be printed with PEI filament, but maybe we can do that later. We can start with the ULTEM maybe, and see if we can print that with the ULTEM filament. That would be cool. Because this whole thing is very hot and it smells warm, let's just say. It's not a bad, I mean it's not smelling like something was burning though, but oops. What happened? Oh, let's see. Simply by if I say wait, I'm just gonna force it here to do the next line. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I would say that's too hot. I mean, it's 360, and according to the inscription on the ULTEM, that should be the maximum printing temperature for this material. So we're doing the base mode part now. I don't know if you can hear the funny boiling noises. I just opened the whole roll of filament just like 10 minutes ago. So it shouldn't have sucked any moisture up yet. The layer binding before at 340 degrees centigrade was non-existent. The layers just didn't connect at all, but that was on a 60-degree bed. I don't know if that makes any difference once you get a little bit up in the layers. It's extruding quite quickly, as you can see here. See, so that's a geared 65 millimeter 1-to-5 gearing on an MS-17 motor. So that's running pretty quickly. I'll just zoom out a little bit here so enjoy the whole thing. And see, it's delaminating again already. There's just no layer adhesion at all. Oh, that fan seems to be falling off. see this? The PEI is just falling apart. Okay, I'm gonna call it. There's just no layer adhesion at all. Oh, that was my finger in the frame, sorry. Let's see if we can cool this down. That's just horrible. Okay, I'm afraid that the boiling sounds that we hear is actually from the printer falling apart. You see how loose this PEI is? And that was in the end. That's pretty far from the print head. This end, which I thought was closer, seems to be solid. Yeah. This back part is wiggly. This part over here is pretty wiggly. I'm not sure if these screws would actually interfere with the screw would actually be the one that interferes with the print. But look at the printed part. It's just delaminating a lot. Okay, so I'm running PEI again. That's ULTEM at 350 degrees Celsius on a 120 degree bed. I'm now running it without the fans on to help layer improvement and with a proper slicing of 0.6 millimeter nozzle at 0.72 millimeters extrusion rate, and I'm just going straight for a base mode cylinder, because what I'm interested in here is layer adhesion and delamination. I've cut the fans, which they're actually running here. So just get those turned off. Fan speed off. Yeah, okay. So without the fans on at all. And let's see what happens. A little close to my iPhone here. Oh, the material isn't moving at all. Okay, so this is PEI filament or ULTEM at 370 degrees Celsius and 120 degree bed. Printing at 40 millimeters per second, 0.6 nozzle, extruding 0.72. It seems that the filament is actually boiling a little bit, and I don't know if maybe the hot end is actually much further than it should be. You can see my fan holder on the back left is starting to melt. That's coming down pretty quick. I'm going to try and take the temperature down. And let's go down to 300 degrees, so that's moving down to 299. I hope the material will stop melting. Or stop boiling, basically, because you can see the print has a lot of bubbles in it, and it also makes cracking sounds. I did unpack the filament just 20 minutes ago, so I don't think that it should have attracted any moist yet. It's still extruding, so I guess we're doing okay. I mean, the printer is obviously destroying itself, which is sort of okay. I'm going to make some new parts for the cooling section. It seems to be under extruding a little bit, maybe. But the material is flowing into the hot end, so, and here goes delamination again. I don't know if you can see it, but the thing is actually falling apart pretty much. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'm going to stop this. More later. Okay, so I stopped the print and I'm moving the print head away, and let's see what we got. The bed is still 120 degrees, so I'm going to be a little bit careful here. It sticks to the bed pretty good, and this is what came out. At least now, without cooling, the layers are adhesion somewhat. This is lower section is printed at 350 degrees, and the higher parts, I'm cooling it down to 300. And delamination is pretty evident. Also, if I can focus here, you'll notice that the surface is quite uneven. I think it's bubbly a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe I should check my temperature reading because it could be off. I'm not sure if it's actually accurate. So I don't know how far my RR thermometer will go, if it'll actually measure 350, but maybe I can test it at 200 degrees and see if there's anything good comes from that. This is a PEI or PEI, I'm not even sure. ULTEM, printed at 350 degrees centigrade. Still some delamination problems. So, yeah.